We're back live, starting 11, match week 3 in the English Premier League. Snark here. Good week for Snark. Say good week for Snark, no controversy at all. And then I'm joined this week by not Adelia. She's not in, couldn't make it. She's on another assignment for the channel. Joined by the other resident Arsenal fan, for some reason, Fares Muthana. Fares Muthana is here, everybody.
Yay!
Well, people are excited. I can already feel.
You can hear the audience and the audience.
The excitement coming for more Arsenal fans. Whoop, that's pretty good. Now, since you are such a huge Arsenal fan, and I know that you love every team probably just as much as the other team, you only kind of favor Arsenal. I'm expecting fair and balanced reporting here today. We'll start with your good old Arsenal Football Club taking on Liverpool at Anfield. And Fares, there was a 0-0 draw this week. Somehow this might be the most boring match of the week, though. Nothing to it.
Yeah. It was, well, not fully nothing. Not fully. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Delia? How are you? But yeah, it was kind of like a cagey defensive battle.
Yeah.
But the problem is, there was a weak point in the Liverpool team that I think Arsenal didn't take advantage of because someone decided not to show up. I heard buses were parked. No, we didn't park the bus. That's all I have to say, because if you looked at the stats, in the first, I think, 30 minutes, we had 7 touches. In our opponent's half, they had 0. They had a good opportunity, but Cody Gakpo was offsides, so it was nullified. We had a good shot with Noni Madueke, but really the point, opponent's box. My bad. Opponent's half. Opponent's box. My apologies. But yeah, I don't think it's the onus on the away team at Anfield to give Liverpool space. I think it's the onus on them, right? And you already saw after the game, the narratives already came. They were waiting. They were waiting for him to lose, because he's had the longest. He's actually the longest unbeaten run amongst the Big Six, against the Big Six. They were waiting. They were waiting for it. And they pounced. It was in the first half, not the first 30 minutes. Well, okay. I saw like 30 minutes, but it is what it is. But they were waiting to pounce, Rob. They were waiting to pounce. The Sky Sports people, they were ready. They're like, he doesn't go for it. He doesn't go out and get the game. Fun fact about Pep Guardiola, Rob. Pep Guardiola, the guy to win 4 of the last 5 Premier Leagues, correct? Right? The guy to win the last 4 of the 5 Premier Leagues. He has only won once at Anfield.
It's a tough place to win.
Yeah, me personally, I don't understand why. Because you're a professional. Every stadium should be the same. I don't understand why you get scared playing there. Is it because you're scared that the Liverpoolians that are drunk are going to throw stuff at you? I don't understand why people don't win there. I generally don't. I don't believe there's some mystical force.
There's ghosts. There's ghosts.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know why people have a hard time playing there. I don't understand it. There was one year where they overwatered our side on purpose because, they knew we were going to whoop their ass, so they cheated. That was actually 2 years ago, funny enough. But they're, our best defender left the game after 2 minutes because he hurt his ankle in pregame, tried to play, did one challenge where he went aerial, came down and said, no, I'm out. Take me out. Then they slot in a new signing, his basically his first start, Rob. Basically his first start. His first start is at Anfield. He's 21. He just came into the league. He played 10 minutes against Leeds, but the game was already 4-1, so that didn't matter. You know, so Christian Mosquera comes in, and his job is to, you know what? Your job is to nullify Ugo Ekitike, who apparently people are calling baby Thierry Henry. I don't know why, because I don't see it, but sure. All right.
Thierry Henry spent most of his time coming up on the bench.
Yeah,
That's where he's gonna be.
yeah. Thierry Henry literally was like, I want to get out of here because Juventus thinks I'm not that good. I'm gonna prove to them I am that good, and he was that good. So I don't understand this baby Henry thing. But yeah, my biggest issue with the game is great free kick by Dominic Soboslai. If you've watched him with the Hungarian national team, he's dangerous from that area. Had a great free kick against Turkey. He talked about it in the post game. I remember watching that game afterwards because he actually helped Hungary qualify for the Euros, and I think they're also going to qualify for the World Cup because Dominic Soboslai is that guy. He's a phenomenal player, but he was playing right back.
Yeah, he took over for Frimpong. Frimpong wasn't very good.
He's injured.
He wasn't very good at pressing up against players and stuff like that. I think Slot was thinking he was getting a different player with Frimpong. So they move Szoboszlai back to his spot in sort of the same kind of, you're going to use him the same way they use Trent Alexander-Arnold, where he's going to push him forward, so the other guys can come into the box. You can have Salah move closer into the box. You can have that line going across in 5 and stuff like that. You guys were stopping all that. That was fine. The problem was going after the net. Like, and the big thing that, of course, everyone's going to whine about Arsenal and set pieces and stuff like that. It's like, well, don't give them set pieces. They're good at it. Like,
and I think
they were good at it.
Yeah, and I think the problem is the problem with the set pieces is that they made Declan Rice kick from both sides. Usually, when one side it's Bukayo, other side is Declan, and I think that was a problem when he would whip it in, and it just didn't look good. And yeah, it was a moment of brilliance by Dominic Szoboszlai. My biggest issue is you can clearly see why they've been trying to replace Gabriel Martinelli. You can clearly see because a proper winger sees a midfielder playing fullback and he attacks him and he wins. But literally on the commentary, Lee Dixon, shout out to Lee Dixon, I like Lee. He says, this is the matchup you need to watch. But the way Dominic Szoboszlai can win this matchup, if he matches his pace, and that's it. Gabriel Martinelli has to do something else. If he matches his pace, he's no fun. And guess what Dominic Szoboszlai did? He matched his pace. Adelia, we took 5 outswinging corners in this game, which is one more than we took all last season. Exactly.
Yeah, she was begging for in-swinging corners. They finally came late or whatever. They had one of the hands off of it. But
I don't understand that. But yeah, like literally, Lee Dixon told you, Lee Dixon, former Arsenal fullback, said, this is how you defeat this kid. And Dominic Szoboszlai said, you're just going to run straight? That's all you're going to do? Okay.
You guys were stuck. Saka not being out. You had Matchweek.
Victor Gyökeres had some good runs. All Martinelli had to do was feed him on the run. But he didn't want to. He just wanted to run. He wanted to prove that he can start. But guess what? You didn't prove it. You proved that you were kind of selfish.
This is the problem you got with Matchweek as well. That's why you guys need to have Saka in there. Matchweek is the same player. He is going to press you. He is going to dribble. Mm-hmm. He's going to go to the box. He's going to take on a man to get there. He's going to try and shoot. He's going to try and shoot from anywhere. He's going to try and shoot and not look for any teammates that could be open.
Matchweek did the same thing. He did the same thing I saw there was one play. But for Matchweek, there was also some crosses he threw in. Mm-hmm. He mixed it. He didn't go full selfish, but there was one moment where he was selfish. But he's showing the Victor. I'm not gonna people are going on Victor Gyökeres's. They're like he made the runs. He just wasn't fed. He's a proper out and out 9. You have to give him the ball. That's what happened last year with Erling Haaland when Kevin De Bruyne got injured and couldn't play anymore. Erling Haaland couldn't score. He's a proper out and out 9.
Yeah.
And just like we have a proper out and out 9. He makes the runs, give him the ball.
Gyökeres is going up against Virgil van Dijk in this one too, who's pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is his 3rd match in and stuff like that. It takes time. It takes time to catch up to the Premier League in speed, especially coming from, Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same.
Yeah, and in retrospect, Ugo Ekitike, who's had a better start to the season than Victor Gyökeres, who I think they both have 2 goals. I believe they both have 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
He did nothing.
Nope.
Ugo did nothing. Going against Christian Mosquera and Gabriel. Christian Mosquera,
This match only had one moment of brilliance.
Yeah.
That was it. There was one moment that shot was very good.
Exactly. Both managers said in their press conferences post game, they said this. Arne Slot said, if you play this match 10 times, it'll be a draw 8 times, 1 victory for us, 1 victory for them. Yep. That's how close this match was. Yeah. And then Mikel Arteta said, in these games are won by a moment of brilliance or an individual error. There was no individual errors. It was just a moment of brilliance. And that's what happened. It was a nice game. But you know how these people are, Rob. You know, they were waiting and they're pushing their agendas and how Mikel Arteta doesn't want to win these games. You know, they keep going back to the Etihad, right? Where they've played to a draw. Well, we didn't lose that season because we got a draw at the Etihad. We lost that season because we lost to Aston Villa 2-0 at home. That's why we lost, not the draw. But they want to focus on the draw because they want to say they basically want to call Mikel Arteta a coward. He's a coward. He doesn't want to win the games. But when they come to our house for the past couple years, we batter them. We beat Liverpool 3-1. We beat Manchester United 4-1, 1-0. We win at our house.
The United one isn't as much of a flex, but yes.
Yeah, let her out. I remember we beat Chelsea 5-0.
Yeah, I remember us beating Chelsea or Arsenal 5-0 in somebody's thousands game in charge. That's all ancient history now.
You know, just because you're 75 years old doesn't mean you can play that old nonsense. We're talking about the last 5 years, Robert.
How dare you? You mean one thing's my color?
Go buy a random 16-year-old from South America.
Eze comes in the 70th minute.
Too late.
Yeah, why didn't he just come in? I don't know why he needed.
I thought he was going to give
extra time and put Martinelli in, for goodness sake.
I thought he was going to give Marino and Martinelli 10 more minutes, and then he was going to take them off at the 60th minute.
Yeah,
he should have done that because Eze right away proved to you this is why you don't put a center fielder playing fullback. And I am mad at him a little bit because he had a chance to tie the game up. He beat Szoboszlai. He's on the line, and he goes down a little easy. He gets touched, and he just falls. I hate when players do that. Go strong, and either you break the contact, or they have to put more contact to hit you, and you will get a penalty. But if you flail and fall, you're not going to get it. Eze had a shot, bottom corner, far post. He could have Thierry Henry'd it. He had a little space, or he could have dumped it off because there was people coming into the box. He could have dumped it off to Gyökeres, but he just fell. And I'm like, what are you doing? He just fell. I'm like, I don't like that.
He was given 20 minutes to make a mark in a big match. He took it upon himself. You know, I don't think he makes that same play coming up for you guys. That's for sure.
I think he starts next week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. There's no way they're starting Martinelli.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, yeah. If I don't know when is Saka back?
They said 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, next week he has the week off. Like there's no play next week.
Yeah. So the entire international break. So this week he was off. International break next week, and the following week I don't know who we play.
Yeah. Hey. I would keep. I'd probably keep Matchweek then on. Yeah, the right wing and have Eze come in the left and have Martinelli spell out again. But that'll be we'll see what happens.
I think the loss of Martin Odegaard was like they were just midfield fighting the entire game. Yeah. He wanted to control the midfield. They had Marino, Declan, and Zubimendi, basically two defensive midfielders and a center mid. Not an attacking center mid, but just like a regular center mid. And it was just like they weren't going to create. They were just going to win a lot of duels. They were going to get the ball back. Creation, but I believe we are, is proofs that we need, a secondary option because we're too reliant on Bukayo Saka. Mm-hmm. When he's out the game, we're like, what are we doing? You know?
And you guys have a 15-year-old to come in as the backup to the backup.
That I didn't understand. Out of like
He
you
played
chose
okay.
him.
He's played okay.
He
Like, there
played
was,
one. He played one game for like 5 minutes. Rob, he's not okay.
he's
Ethan
fine.
Wanyeri. Like, why don't you do
But that,
Ethan? But
yeah,
they chose Max. I was very confused.
I would say, yeah, but he's coming in on that 5 minute spot. It's going to be all speed for him. They just want him to press, use
Yeah.
his youth, use his speed and stuff like that on older guys. That's his job, is to go in for
Mhm.
these 5-10 minutes. So yeah, he was fine for it. For
Yeah.
what he's
Yes.
had, I wouldn't start him.
No,
There's no way
absolutely
he starts
never.
a kid
No.
right now.
No. No. No.
Ridiculous.
No. Probably a cup game, but no, not a Premier League
Don't
game.
be ridiculous. Now,
Well, we did start a 16-year-old in a cup game and we won, so maybe
yeah. Well,
he was a goalie. So
let's let's talk about just the final day hours of the window here. You guys get one more signing through. You get Hincapié from Leverkusen, 45 million. With
loan
with
actually.
with an option, 45
Yeah,
million
not an
option.
Yeah, they wanted obligation.
Yeah, no.
Andre Barata said no.
For backline help, like
They wanted an obligation, but our sport director was like, no,
Yeah.
we do an option.
Everybody who does these things wants an obligation.
Yeah,
We'll talk
not happening.
We'll talk about another one in a second.
But by the way, speaking of Bayer Leverkusen, Rob, connected, they fired Eric Ten Hag today.
Yeah, I know. 2 matches in.
Why did you hire him in the first place?
They were probably drunk.
Maybe. I don't understand. I was listening to ESPN FC with Julian Laurent. He said he shouldn't have gotten in the first place. I don't understand why he even got the job. And then I think Aaron West yesterday talked about how it's proven that he's not a very good manager, because people thought because he was successful at Ajax he was a good manager, but really it's the Ajax machine and model that helped him win the Eredivisie. He's not a good manager. He isn't. He's just not. And then, also too, with Bayer Leverkusen, they got rid of everybody.
Yep.
Literally everyone's gone. Like, I think the only people that are left, Rob, are the goalkeeper, Alex Grimaldo, and one of their center backs. But their entire starting lineup that didn't lose a game 2 years ago is gone. They're all gone. Like, they're gone. So team is shredded, and you got a bad coach. You lost 5-1 to the under-21s Flamingo team, and that's not a good look.
Leverkusen had buyer's remorse when it came to Eric Ten Hag.
But at least they quickly got rid of him. So
yeah, they didn't do what United did and keep doubling down and doubling down and doubling.
He won an FA Cup, so
yeah. All right, great. So that's it for you guys. You guys did what everyone said you needed to do. You went and got it all. You got your striker. You got depth where you needed to have depth. Spent a lot of money, but made like 0 sales. Very, very, very little in sales. He 10 million.
I think 2 loan moves. We loaned Reece Nelson.
Yeah.
We loaned Alexander Zinchenko. Albert Sembi. We sold him to Hamburg. Fabio Vieira is on the loan to Hamburg.
You went to Reece Nelson's gone.
Reece Nelson is gone, but Reece Nelson's gone to like another team. He's not gone to Fulham.
Yeah.
So Reece is gone. Zinchenko's gone. Vieira's gone. Albert's gone. I think that's it.
Yeah. But your net spend still over 250 million.
Kivior to Porto is gone. Yeah, he's gone too. But they're all loans. All of them are loans, except Sembi. Sembi was a permanent move. I think Kivior's was a loan too. We thought we were going to sell him, but they want a loan.
Yeah.
With an obligation, though.
Everybody wants a loan. All the smaller clubs want loans. They don't want to take.
They want to test. They want to test out the product, and then they'll.
Sure. They have the spots. Like, you're giving all the spots. Might as well use them. Chelsea use the loan spot in their final day.
Well, Chelsea needs to stop buying attackers. That's what they need to do.
Chelsea's doing fine. Don't worry about them. Chelsea's a moneymaker.
Because you guys sell hotels to each other, so it's whatever.
No, we're good at selling players too. They're crazy.
Honestly, I don't understand how.
Yeah, we're shysters.
I don't. I don't know how you sell Christian Nkunku for $49 million.
To Italians, that's why. Come on.
I don't understand.
I bet you he tears up that league. He's gonna tear up Serie A. It's the
Well,
kind of
I wish, because his career literally began and ended because he tore his ACL at Chelsea. So
yeah, you got a couple of trophies.
then you bought Alejandro Garnacho
Yeah.
for 40 million.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk Chelsea in a minute and stuff. We'll go into Liverpool here quick. Talking about spending. Everyone gave Chelsea shit when they want to go get Enzo for 100 million. They want to go get Caicedo for 105 million. Everybody gives them shit.
I didn't give you. Here's the
No, not you. I'm
Okay.
talking about the media. The media is going to jump on these guys.
No, exactly, Rob.
And beat the hell out of them. They go and sign Alex Isak, who's a great player, for 130 million. They're not going to say stuff. They're going to go and sign Florian Wirtz for what was at the time just
what's the record? They broke it. They broke their own record.
Yeah, what was that, 115 million or something like that?
I think in dollars.
Yeah.
Alexander Isak is $176 million.
Bananas.
And I think in dollars for Florian Wirtz, 135.
They will never recoup that investment from Florian Wirtz.
No. Well, that's because I think, the way someone put on Twitter is that watch how they start ranking transfer moves on net spend because Liverpool spent the most money. And guess what, Rob? Sky literally said, here are the teams who have spent the most money in the transfer market via net spend. And we're number one via net spend. Liverpool's second. You see how they changed it for Liverpool? Where when you were buying players, it was spending money. They bought Enzo for 105. They bought Caicedo for 120.
And don't forget, Chelsea were banned. Chelsea had the ban from the previous owner.
Yeah,
that they couldn't go. We lost starters off of this. Yeah, coming off of a winning team, we're having to lose these guys.
Exactly.
These guys are just buying more. They sell nothing. They keep buying.
They literally sell nothing. I don't know how they convinced a team that Gerald Kwanzaa was worth $35 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, that's why every time I look at a deal, every time I look at the deal, you're confused, where I'm like, how is it that our second highest ever sell, Rob, you know who it is?
No, I know that your top is Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, I believe Oxlade-Chamberlain was like 38 million. I think almost 40.
Like
you know who number 2 is, Rob? To this day, you know who number 2 is?
Abba.
It was Nicholas Anelka.
Oh, all right.
We sold Nicholas Anelka in 1999.
Sure.
And he's still the second highest sell in Arsenal history. I truly believe this transfer market shenanigans are always afoot. Because you can't tell me that Eddie Nketiah, who's played in the Premier League multiple games, who has multiple games where he scored multiple goals, couldn't get 30 million. Couldn't get 30 million. But Omari Hutchinson can get 48, 50 million. You're not going to tell me something ain't shady here.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me all the midfielders that Arsene Wenger had for many years, who were phenomenal midfielders that he had to sell, couldn't yield more results, more money. You can't tell me.
Well, that's also back in the day. It's not like when, Chelsea.
Well, also two of those midfielders, they
like 10 million or something like that.
That's
big money back then.
It was. But Eddie and Nketiah not getting 30. People had to argue like 30. What 30? I'm like, y'all literally do what?
Problem.
Like Dewsbury Hall. How much you sell Dewsbury Hall for?
I think it was 38, 34, 35. He was
Dewsbury Hall.
He looked pretty good this weekend.
Well, he did. But at Chelsea, 38 million for real.
Yeah, well, we had to go win that important conference league. Yeah, probably the most important trophy.
I lost my mind when we said. I lost my mind when they said we're bidding 44 million for Noni Madueke. I was like, what? Yeah, then I saw what someone bid for Omari Hutchinson. I was like, okay, then I think we have a good deal. Because 44 for him, but 50 for Omari. I'm like, at least Noni started in the league. Yeah. At least.
Yeah.
Omari, I don't know what the hell he did. I
Well,
crying at Ipswich Town because he got relegated.
he was at Chelsea for a cup of coffee and then off to Ipswich. And
Yeah.
he looked okay in those first few matches at Ipswich and stuff like that, but then
But
he just got followed up.
greatness is about consistency, not about 3 weeks you're good.
Well, no one's ever going to say Omari Hutchinson's great, and the
Exactly.
people that are buying him at prices like this aren't that great
I
either.
don't know. I think
They recognize the name or something like that. I think that's what it comes down to. Maybe it's all down to scouting. Maybe these guys are just like they hear people talking about it from other leagues. It's like, oh, this guy has to be good. I have to go get this guy. I don't know if he's going to fit into my system or not.
I guess I don't know, man.
Yeah. Liverpool is going to be able to spend whatever the hell they want all the time, and no one's ever going to give them shit about it. So it's just part of what the league's all about.
Anyways. No, absolutely, like they're allowed to get away with legit murder, but you know what I mean. So, like it's what it is. Like, oh, we do. Yeah, funny enough, Rob. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Oil money's bad, Rob, but American money's good.
Yeah. I don't know. People complain about Chelsea either way.
Yeah, but I think that's because I think they just don't like Todd Bowley's face.
That's good. I think that's quite a bit of it.
I generally just think they don't like Todd Bowley.
Well, he goes when he comes in, and then he goes right to signing Raheem Sterling for £350,000 a week.
Shout to Raheem. Get your money, son.
Raza, enjoy your holidays here.
Yeah, enjoy, man. He's not gonna be. He's done, man.
Can't do anything.
Like 2 more years.
If he drops his weight, if he wanted to drop his weight, they could have put him anywhere. But he signed a deal.
Man, he's gonna be like, no, dog, give him about 300,000, dog. What a week?
Yeah, that's worth like that's like every week is like that's like three extra weeks or whatever. So
yeah, man. Shout out to Raheem. Raheem Sterling doesn't get.
I have
Raheem
zero problem with Raheem Sterling.
I don't have no problem with Raheem
negotiated
Sterling.
for it. They paid it. Fine.
Exactly. It is what it is.
Yep.
Raheem Sterling, man. He doesn't get a lot of love for the English media for the. Doesn't get a lot of love.
He just runs so weird. He runs so weird.
You know why?
What? Because he's trying to keep his balance by keeping his hands down like this.
Yeah, his mother was a track star in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So she taught him how to run. So that's the way he runs. Yeah. And I think for years I never understood why no one showed him the love that he probably because he's a black Englishman instead of a white Englishman maybe, but it is what it is. The man was winning Premier Leagues.
That's always going to be a problem in every league with those idiots over there. So yeah, I don't know if that's the reason why it is. Want to talk more about Chelsea? I know you do.
Yes, let's do it, baby. The Craven Cottage Bowl.
Well, we invite the guys that are renting our summer home or whatever over there at the cottage. We welcome them over, dispatch of them. Once again, it's not even a rivalry for Chelsea and Fulham. One team would have to compete. We lose that one time in 15 years, and everybody kind of goes nuts, including me. But everything's kind of moving back to normal. Now that Delap hamstring injury earlier on, but troublesome. It sets off a lot of shenanigans that happened after the match, which made for a pretty dramatic final day in the window.
Nicholas Jackson almost got. Thank God he found his way.
Well, yeah, stubbornness. You could say that about Nicholas Jackson for sure. For good or bad, he can be quite stubborn, and he felt he wasn't treated well by the team. Some might say he didn't treat the team well.
I don't know. I don't know, Nicholas. I think the team treated you pretty well. I think you need to kick the ball in the net once in a while.
Yeah. He scores double-digit goals. Great. He could have had 3 times as many. That's how many chances he's.
You see the stat, and you're like, he has 15 goals this year in the league. That's great. Yep. You should have 30. Yep. You should have 30.
Easy. Easy with all the chances.
To this day, I don't understand why you bought Villarreal's second striker.
They were buying everybody. Like Adelia is saying, you're good at collecting 30 players you don't need, then you sell them to make profit. Well, we had to buy a whole bunch in the beginning because
sometimes you don't even make profit on them.
We needed to bring players in because of the ban.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do sell them to make profits. We are now a profitable business, and we had to make sure that we were on the up and up for this this window or whatever else. We couldn't
the Champions League.
We couldn't sign people in for the Champions League because of the UEFA stuff.
That's the financial regulations that people don't really talk about. They talk about the Premier League I think the Premier League is called Financial Fair FFP.
Right.
But the PSR for the Champions League is what people really watch out for because the Premier
Profit
League.
and sustainability ratio.
Yeah. Because UEFA doesn't look the other way. They will kick you out.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody. There's a certain team in Champions League this year that should be banned but isn't. But I won't talk about it. But yeah, financially they don't like irregularities because UEFA was caught up with Michel Platini in that little bribery scandal a couple years ago. So yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Shout out to Michelle, wherever you are. Come on the show. Let's talk about it.
You can do all the bribes you want as long as you work for UEFA. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you can bribe people as much as you want if if you're a certain group of people.
It's never going to affect you.
Nope.
It'll only affect your bank account if you don't say yes to all the bribes.
Okay,
so 21st minute. This is where people are a little poo-pooed. Poo-pooed about this. Josh King scores a nice goal. And good for the kids.
But somehow they let Barcelona play with €1 billion and did. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's two teams that shouldn't be in Champions League, but I digress.
They're pulling the levers, Adelia. They're pulling the levers. King scores. Sanchez going the wrong way somehow. But it makes a nice move. Called back. Fares down the play. There was a foul on Trevor Chalobah. Now a lot of people are saying that he stepped on the ball and he was doing his little twirlorama here, Muniz. And then it's like, and Chalobah had his foot down, and where's he supposed to put his foot? And said, I would say he put his foot on the ball. If you ever put your foot on the ball and you go spikes up on somebody, that's usually a red card. It would do it if it happened to a defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't it happen with an offensive player? Anyways, he also collides into Chalobah to take him out of the play. It was careless.
I'm currently reviewing it right now in real time.
Yeah, it's careless. I'd say it's a foul. Everybody's saying no. I think the reason why you can say it probably was a pretty good foul. It was a foul good enough to call because Howard Webb said they made a mistake. So we know that it was probably the right decision on the field because of how terrible Howard Webb is and always has been at officiating.
I think the collision where they collide each other and Chalobah falls, that sometimes it was kind of like shoulder to shoulder. They let it go all the time in the middle of the field. I think the real thing is the stepping on the foot. That's what it is.
For me, it's a coming off the ball to step on the. He makes the decision to stand on the ball to do that little twirl move, which is fine.
Exactly.
But when he comes off the ball, he steps on the foot.
Mm-hmm, exactly, because you should expect Trevor Chalobah to come in and get the ball with his foot. Oh, my bad. I just hit something with my foot. He's coming into the ball with his foot. Munoz then grips the ball, but then where does Munoz? If Munoz has a place where he's going to put his foot, but then Chalobah comes in and then they meet at that area.
If Munoz isn't stepping on the ball, he can step on the field and not be on Chalobah.
Yeah, he's trying to be fancy.
Yeah.
In the face of fanciness, he steps on Chalobah's foot. The more I'm looking at this, the more I don't think Rob Jones gets it wrong. I don't think he gets it wrong. Because here's the thing, Rob. Yeah. He steps the ball on, then he jumps off the ball. So he loses control. He doesn't have possession of the ball anymore. So he's actually off ball, and he steps on Trevor Chalobah's foot when he's not with the ball. If he had the ball with him, and then he takes a step and he accidentally steps on Chalobah's, I'll be like, okay, that's not a foul. Keep him moving. But he does the fancy thing, twirls off of the ball, and then steps on Chalobah.
Yeah.
That's a foul. It's a foul.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a foul. If they don't score on that play, I don't.
Yeah, now I think them punishing Michael Salisbury wasn't the right call then.
No,
it wasn't. Because here's the thing too with
you were
with
supposed
the
to call these things in the build-up. Like they had this. It was in the match Chelsea against Tottenham with all the shenanigans that Anthony Taylor was doing. They made a point of it. We're going to make sure that all the stuff in the build-up gets called now. this is the first time I can remember it actually worked in favor for Chelsea.
No, because I understand that from American football where you have a 70-yard run, but the reason you had a 70-yard run is that someone was holding.
Yeah.
Got to come back. Because we don't know if the player, if let's say the player that was being held, if he wasn't being held, could he have made the play and prevented the 70 yards? He was holding, we're bringing it back. Just like the goal, we're bringing it back. Everything built up, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. That's why they play advantages. When someone gets fouled, but so like you have the advantage. If you score within the advantage, foul gets waved off. But if you don't, we bring it back.
Yeah.
So why are people don't have a problem with that? Why are they having a problem with this? Oh my God, I'm defending Chelsea. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm disgusted.
there can be a bias towards Chelsea. Plus, I think they really wanted that 18-year-old goal to count and stuff like that. It's a nice story.
Yeah.
But I go online, like I go on Twitter and stuff like that. I don't
foul.
see people complaining about it as much as the media does. The media likes to complain about this stuff.
No, exactly. Because here's the thing too. Even with Michael Salisbury, his job is to tell Rob Jones there may be an incident in the buildup. Come here and check it out.
Yeah.
And then Rob Jones goes and looks at it. Either Rob Jones says, "No, I'm good," or then he moves, or he says, "Oh no, I'm good." So honestly, when I was watching ESPNFC, they're saying that Rob Jones and Michael Salisbury were both wrong. But where you're watching it, I think they're both right. Salisbury says, you need to come check this out in the buildup. Something happened. Jones goes and checks it, sees Munoz step on Chalobah's foot, changes his mind.
Yep.
I think VAR was... I think this is... Rob, this is the exact way you use VAR, Rob. This right here. There was an error. I think it was clear. And it was obvious. They looked at it, changed the mind.
Yeah.
You can't pirouette and step on someone's foot and expect because you're pirouetting, you're going to get away with it.
Right.
How about you get control of the ball, move it to your left foot, run. You're trying to be fancy, and it didn't work. Guess what? Stop being Ronaldo or Ronaldinho because you're not Ronaldinho. You're Pedro Munoz.
If he doesn't step on Chalobah and that play still works, great. But he steps on Chalobah and goes into Chalobah to take Chalobah out on a pick. The play's already moved forward and stuff like that too. So
I think Chalobah falls because he gets stepped on and he's falling back in pain.
Well, yeah, Munoz is also coming into him at the
and then
time.
He gives him a little shove.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, but the little shove thing, that's fine.
Yeah.
The studs in the foot.
Yeah, the damage was done. It's what set King free was that play, and then
that's what happened. That's literally what happened in the Leeds game against us. Max Dowman makes a move. They step on Max Dowman's foot. Penalty.
I'm also going to say, if I'm remembering right, wasn't it this ref that was the only ref of ever to get called over to the video board to look at a VAR call and still wave off the penalty? I think it was last year, Chelsea versus Brighton, maybe. I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know who Rob Jones is. That's the first time I've heard about the guy. I know Anthony Taylor, Simon Hooper, Michael Oliver, and Jared Gillett. That's who I know because I know Gillett's a Liverpool fan. And the other two are the Bald Menaces. And there's Michael Oliver, the Manchester, whatever. I was gonna call him something else, but that's not fit for television.
Right. And also, I guess one of the things they're complaining about is how there was 8 minutes of extra time given in the first half, or 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes is extra time given in the first half.
It was 8.
Pedro is going to score a header from a set piece, which is what Chelsea's doing now with this new set piece coach they got from Brighton. Didn't do anything with them last year because they didn't have the players. I guess now they're getting.
You guys have just literally bought everyone from that team.
I know.
You've bought literally everyone. And you've now stealing coaches and scouts. Didn't you steal their entire scouting department, Rob?
We may have. We did steal their coach.
Yes.
He's doing wonders. Well, last past week he did wonders.
Well, he did. Yeah, he did a wonder this past week. Yeah, good for him.
Saved his job. Got a haircut.
Yeah, I think he did. I think the haircut saved his job.
Yeah. Second half, that penalty.
That was a handball. Yeah, that was a handball.
They were trying to get stuff
Obvious.
earlier. They were trying to get stuff earlier with Pedro with his hands into him like this. It went
No,
off.
here's the thing, Rob. Here's the
Uh,
thing. I don't understand. If you say don't make yourself bigger,
yeah,
if you make yourself bigger, we will call the penalty.
yeah,
So when you make yourself smaller to protect yourself and then the ball hits your hand while you're small, that shouldn't be a handball because I'm following your instructions.
yeah. That
You
wasn't
tell us don't extend your arms away.
Yep.
Keep
Don't
them in.
make
That should
yourself
never be.
artificially larger.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they call it on the field. Default.
Yeah, exactly. So this should never be a handball. Like if
Right.
I'm turning my body, protecting my body, but unfortunately you smack me right here, that's not a handball.
Nope.
What this dude did, he throws his hand in front of his face.
Yeah, he jumped up with the leg out and then stepped
Yeah.
down. So.
I think honestly, protecting your face is a natural motion, Rob.
Yeah,
Where
if
you
he would have went like this, it'd be fun. He was like this.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, hey man.
Yeah.
But like I think that's where it's a little weird, Rob, because like the natural thing to do when the ball's coming at your face, like that's the natural thing. But
That's
in
why
soccer,
that's why you get paid millions to not do that.
and not do that. So because people be like, oh, why are they always have their hands behind their back? That's stupid. It's because they don't. This is the only way, Rob, where it's guaranteed not to be a handball.
Exactly right.
So that's why they always do that. And the
Unless you're Jack Grealish, then you can swat it down in the penalty box.
Yeah, well, I think they're kind of giving Jack Grealish, like they're giving him a pass because apparently he went through hell in Manchester.
Well, I'm saying when he was in Manchester,
making him 300 pounds a week. You know what I mean? Going, being sad. It's like, shut up, Jack.
At one time, the largest transfer fee in the English Premier League.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay, so Chelsea win 2-0. Good for Chelsea.
There's only one team in Fulham, and it's definitely not Fulham.
No. But you know what? I saw something like that sleeper app thing. We keep getting the updates or whatever from. Haven't figured out how to turn that off yet.
Just meet the notifications, Rob.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at finding these things.
You don't.
So they're talking.
Yeah.
Did Fulham?
Yeah. 300,000 pounds a week, not 300 a week. Right. That would be highway robbery. Pep Guardiola. Here's your 300 pounds a week, Jack. What?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Good. That's how City makes good business.
Yeah.
They're saying did Fulham win the transfer window?
What?
What exactly?
Who the hell?
Who'd they bring in? You asked. Well, they got Kevin from Shakhtar Donetsk.
Oh, they got Kevin. That's where he went. Okay.
For a club record, £34.6 million.
Oh, no. Good for Kevin.
Sam Chukwueze from AC Milan.
They got Chukwueze? Okay. He funny enough, Rob. Yeah. He played with Nico Jackson at Villarreal.
Well, they took the guy that I think Nico Jackson is going to replace. Also, they got Jonah Kusinasari from Munich as well on a season.
Is he like a youngster?
Yeah, he's younger.
Why don't they? What's wrong with Bayern Munich's academy? Why aren't they good?
Why would they have an academy?
What do you mean? Why not?
Because they're Bayern. They don't care. They're like
the Bundesliga is their academy. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly. They're gonna win trophies. That's what they did with
Leipzig. Leipzig
skips the line.
Yeah,
get a trophy there. That's it. You just go get trophies there. That's all. You like winning trophies?
Honestly, Rob, I got a question for you. Because I was thinking about it all weekend.
Yep.
Do you think players who win trophies at Munich and Real Madrid, do you think other players respect those players?
Depends on the players.
Regardless of the player.
Do you think they respect them? At Madrid, I think they do, of course. At Bayern, depends on the player.
Well, even at Madrid, I'm sorry, I like Gareth Bale. I really do.
Sure.
Well, you know what? No, let's not use Gareth Bale as an example because he scored he scored final goals.
A spur.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But then I realized he scored 4 finals goals that won them trophies. So I think his trophies are definitely warranted.
Sure.
But Karim Benzema, you know what I mean? Do you look at his resume and you're like, yeah, okay. No offense, you and Danny Ceballos got the same amount of trophies. Ain't nobody talking about Danny Ceballos being the greatest.
I can tell you what, their goalkeeper got more respect from the club he was at before. I can tell you that.
Atletico Madrid and Thibaut Courtois.
That's right.
Yeah, they hate his guts now. They despise him.
He was pretty good at Chelsea.
Yeah, he was. He was pretty good, and now he's actually the most hated man in Madrid because half of Madrid don't like him.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wish him anymore.
No, I don't.
Hazard
No,
goes there.
I've always
Hazard
thought
goes
that,
there,
right?
and it's like,
Because I've always thought that because in soccer, it's never seen that way, right? It's never perceived like, oh, you joined Real Madrid. No one's ever like discounted your resume, but like in other sports,
yeah,
especially in America, I think it's probably an American thing, but basketball is an international sport, so it's probably also like a basketball thing where like you join somebody to win a trophy. People look at you like, oh, you're ring chasing. Your rings don't mean as much.
right.
Like in soccer, it's never that feeling, but I feel like players are like, oh, you went to Madrid because you stayed.
I think it depends on the player.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Kane for sure. Like no one's ever gonna.
And he didn't win one this first year. That's what, like, it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like he didn't win. It was like, because it was funny. Was Kingsley Coman had won 11 straight or 10 straight league titles since he was 20, and Harry Kane has never won a league title. So what was going to balance it out? And Kingsley Coman's record was shut down because of Bayer Leverkusen. I just want to say.
Sure. Okay. So a couple of things with the transfer window here for Chelsea. The Jackson drama goes to Bayern, gets stopped on the way because of the injury to Delap. And then he's like, well, no, I'm not going anywhere. And it's like, well, you haven't signed anything, so you have to come back. It's like, well, do I have to come back? I was like, we'll wait this thing out. Eventually, Chelsea starts to soften on this. They recall Mark Guiu from Sunderland, who wasn't even playing. Well, he played like 3 minutes or something like that the other day. But, at least they're going to have him in the squad. Eventually they're saying, okay, you can have Nico Jackson, but we want a bigger loan fee, and we want the buy obligation to be more as well. So they end up getting rid of Nicholas Jackson for what could be close to 81.5 million euros, but a lot of that's going to depend on how many games he can get in, I guess, and he will be behind said Harry Kane. So these guys have to play in all the competitions and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not see Bayern Munich going too across the line and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, they're very thin in the attack.
Yeah.
Very thin. Because I don't even know who their wingers are.
No idea.
I have no idea who they are. I used to know who's on Bayern Munich's team.
Sure.
All I know is they got Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen. I know that. I know they have Joshua Kimmich in the middle but Conrad Lime.
Alfonso Davies is at left back when he's healthy.
No, well he tore his ACL, so he's not there.
Yeah, when he's healthy.
Yeah, when he's healthy, he's there. I don't know who the others. I think Dayot Upamecano. Mm-hmm. He's the other center back. They have Conrad Leimer, who's a midfielder playing fullback. And then there's, I think, Alex Pavlovic, the youngster. He's there. But I don't know who their attacking options are outside of Harry Kane.
It really doesn't matter.
Because Jamal Musiala broke his leg in the Club World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was... Oh, my God, Rob. You didn't see the video, did you?
No.
You didn't?
All right, I don't remember. I must have seen it because my buddy was showing me.
Dude, Rob, it was bad. It was bad.
Oh, worse than Moises Alou?
I don't remember Moises Alou.
That's one that sticks with me.
Kevin Ware sticks with me in the NCAA tournament. Not as bad as Kevin Ware.
Okay.
But it was bad.
Yeah.
Let's just say the leg was
not natural. It wasn't natural.
It should have been clockwise. It was counterclockwise.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Okay. Yeah. So Chelsea make the signing of the window, probably getting Garnacho for 40 million. No. But we can see what Chelsea's at least doing. They're setting up two of each type of players that they want on the wing, so they can the squad is going to be interchangeable this week. They're gonna or this way they're gonna have Gittins or Garnacho coming in off the left with the right footed shot. They're gonna have the exact opposite on the other side with the Willian and Neto. But Neto can also play both sides. Willian can play both sides. This is what Maresca wanted. Players you can interchange along so they can have that 5 at the front and then also make it back. So this is what they're doing. I don't know what Garnacho is going to do. The only nice goals he ever scored seems to be against Chelsea or that overhead kick, which was pretty.
Yeah, was it Everton? I think
That one against that wasn't against Chelsea. He just scored those two. The one sitting on the bench.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, whatever. Not great. But now he can do it all he wants for all I care. He can do it at the bridge. There you go. Okay, let's move on. Go through these quick now. We've been talking about the two matches for quite a bit. Now, we'll talk about United. Garnacho's. They won on a 97th minute penalty by Fernandez. Now, at first I see it and I'm like, well, he's getting his shirt held, but it's outside the box. But it's like, oh, the problem is the guy keeps running into the box. He keeps, the foul may have started outside the box, but it was definitely continuation inside the box to bring him down. I have no problem with it. Fernandez scoring, no problem with it. But they celebrate like they friggin' win Europe. They beat Burnley 3-2 in 97 minutes. Ridiculous. This is coming the week they lose to Grimsby's C squad.
Yeah, baby.
They're carrying 12 shooters. Cunha and Mbumo both missing.
Do you know?
Onana in the
do you know?
To make it sweeter.
You know what's funny about Onana too is like he guessed right on a couple, and he still couldn't stop them. Yeah. That's bad. Guessing right and not stopping it is got to be worse than guessing wrong. Because I guarantee you, Rob, the other goalie on the Grimsby Town goalie, that dude looked like he was point shaving. Those penalties, bro, when he was in goal, he didn't even try. No. He would go to his right and he would just like slide to his right. It felt like, I'm like, dude, are you trying to lose? Like, it was bad. I'm like, you still couldn't beat him?
He's fourth tier.
I don't care, Rob. It's a shootout. I showed more energy in my elementary school penalty shootout than he did.
Yeah.
Literally, Rob, he was just like, oh, I went right. He went right, Rob, 3 times in a row. Jump left once. Yeah. And you still couldn't beat them. Yep. Funny enough, one of the goal scorers, Rob.
Yeah, sure.
His name Tyler Warren, I believe, or something Warren. I don't remember the name. Or Terrell Warren.
Okay.
You know who's best friend? You know who's his best friend?
No idea.
Marcus Rashford.
Oh, there you are.
Him and Rashford were part of the youth system at Man United. And guess who ended up getting Man United out of the Carabao Cup? One of Marcus Rashford's friends. Someone that the club stopped caring for.
Case of beer is going to show up at his doorstep.
Yeah, right. It is.
So
case of paella.
Yeah. Ooh, you can get a case of that now.
I don't know. Can you?
I don't think so. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's one of the more ridiculous things I've ever heard. Now, they do fine Grimsby Town £20,000 because they register a player 1 minute late.
Oh, that was I like how they fined them the money, which was still BS, but they didn't vacate the win.
No.
Because they're like, we're not winning.
Yeah, and this guy, all he did in this match was miss a penalty. But so I like the United fans. Like a couple of them whined, saying how the match should get replayed, but the majority of them said we should just pay this fine because we didn't deserve to win this match anyway. No. I'm like, good for you guys. At least you guys get it.
Self-awareness
sucked.
Hey man, this is gonna be a tough relegation battle this year. Mm-hmm. Because Burnley lost week 1, right? Won week 2, lost this week. But Sunderland, same thing. I think They won, lost one. So Sunderland got 2 victories,
2-1.
2-1. Burnley's 1-2. Leeds is a win, loss, and a draw. Brentford, it doesn't look good. West Ham has a win. Man United has a win. Finally,
City has one win.
Has one win. Oh my God! Here's the thing too, man. I liked how they did the structure where the new promoted teams, they had winnable matchups early on, so they're building confidence.
Sure.
So they're not broken by the end of the year. They think they can win these games.
Like it's not like the last couple of years. It's not like the first time Burnley was in. It's not like Ipswich Town last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. These guys, I think these guys think they have a chance, and they see some of these other teams now, and they're like, we do have a chance.
Yeah, especially Sunderland, man. Sunderland, bro. Sunderland stays up, Rob. Sunderland stays up.
It's looking good for the Black Cats. They beat Brentford 2-1. Quickly about United, just that Højlund gets to go away.
Napoli.
He gets to go to Napoli. Anthony goes back to Real Betis. Gets like a hero's parade through the streets to go back to Betis.
Let's just say Real Betis doesn't have a history of winning. So
no, they made a finals last year.
They did. Too bad they lost. That's their history. Rob.
It was a fair competition.
No, well, yeah, that's their lineage. They make it to a competition, they lose.
Yeah, they bring in Senny Lamens from Royal Antwerp to.
I don't know what you're gonna get from players from the Belgian league. I'm sorry.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know. They don't. The Belgian league doesn't really do much in Europe. Club Brugge had a chance to make history last year if they beat Manchester City, and they were up 2-1 for most of the match, and they gave up 2 goals towards the end. But Belgian league is the Belgian league, bro. Like I don't know, man.
It's the Belgians. Yeah, so they're not going to sign Emi Martinez like expected and stuff like that.
No. I don't know why you would. He's not very good.
Well, he's a 2-time keeper of the year. Don't forget.
Yeah, he had great 2 weeks.
Yeah,
in one of the most important competition in all of sports. Like the most important competition. Well, the Olympics are pretty up there, but one of the most important competitions in the world. Randall Colomani takes a step to the left once, he scores that goal, and it's all said and done. France repeats, but hey, man, greatness is greatness, man. That's what happens.
They didn't. Yeah, okay. To Sunderland, quickly, is a big win, of course, for the Black Cats. Igor Thiago for Brentford, I think he's come in and looked okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
And by comparison, Kevin Sharda, his penalty, not. It was terrible. There's 2 penalties in this game. Same kind of thing, and it's Anthony Taylor's calling it like they said they were going to call it. You know, if there's more clutching, grabbing, and stuff like that, people are going to go down. They're going to call penalties. Mm-hmm. So it happened, 1 for each side here. It was Enzo Lafay scoring on the penalty for them in the 82nd minute. Wilson Isidore with a 96th minute winner after coming.
Stadium lights, man, they exploded, man.
Yeah,
I think he was crying.
Maybe he was pretty. It's a big deal to win a match like that. And then we said Reece Nelson's coming in from Arsenal, and they're gonna lose for Brighton or for Brentford. Lose Jon Wissa. So they're the guys that led their lines from them last year, both gone now. Wissa to Newcastle for £55 million, which is kind of cheap. I thought I like Wissa. I think he might do pretty good over at Newcastle too.
How much did Mbeumo go for? 80?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mbeumo is the bigger star, I think, and he's a winger and stuff like that.
Yeah. Shout out the way Johan Wissa did it. We didn't really hear much about him. He just kind of said, "I want to move on." Well, because with him, it's kind of understandable because 1, you got rid of Brian and you got rid of the coach that I like playing for. Yeah. It's like, no offense to Keith Andrews, I want out, and they like, sure, here. And then Newcastle, shout out to Newcastle. when they were interviewing Johan Wissa, he talked about how much he loved Brentford, how much the staff helped him, how much the fans helped him, how much he'll always remember them, and and it felt
There's going
organic.
to be a huge difference between how the fans of Brentford are going to feel for Wissa and how the Newcastle fans are going to feel for an Alex Isak.
Oh,
And
they're
then I would put Wissa on the same kind of boat as Mark Gahey, who actually doesn't go anywhere.
yeah.
But
I think with Mark
that's a
Gahey,
screwed up situation.
well, I think with Mark Gahey, he wins either way because here's the this. Did he want to move to Liverpool? Yeah, he did. He probably did. But here's the thing: you're still gonna start and play in a World Cup year. You're the main guy. You're the guy who's starting. You and Chris Richards and that third. I don't know who the third person is. The three back. Him and Chris Richards are the first options in that back line.
Yeah.
They're number one off the bat. Liverpool, you may rotate with Ibrahim Konate. You may rotate, maybe. But at Crystal Palace, you will play. Guaranteed.
He starts. He would start. He would be.
No, I think he starts over Konate, but I think
Yeah.
if Konate comes in,
Yeah.
it's gonna be for him,
Yeah,
not Virgil. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why I mean by rotate.
Yeah.
He's gonna start. But at Brentford, you're playing like guaranteed. And here's the thing
Palace.
too. Yeah, you're gonna play. And here's the thing too. Okay, you play 1 year more year at Palace. You have a good year. It's a World Cup year. You're gonna make the World Cup squad because you play. You're literally the best English center back in the world.
He might only have to play there till January.
Yeah, someone may buy him in January. It's true.
Yeah, he gets to leave for free if they don't sell him in January.
Exactly.
That's get done. Ollie Glasner was at the point where if we just let him go for nothing, I'm going to have to walk.
Yeah,
So
he said
he made the board
'cause-
do something.
Yeah, because Oliver Glasner said if we don't have a replacement for him, we can't get rid of him.
Yeah,
They didn't have a replacement, so they kept him. So I think by January he's gone. That's true.
yeah.
But which means it's going to reduce his price. 35 million for him is already is cheap.
Yeah, that was Liverpool sticking to their guns because they knew that was the only place Gahey wanted to go. Because again, it's a bit of a line for him.
Yeah, because Gahey kind of screwed, kind of screwed Crystal Palace in the sense where he's like, "Are you open to anywhere else?" And he was like, "No, them."
Well,
and
I think
Liverpool
last year he probably would have been.
Yeah,
So it was on them to get rid of him last year, but they go on and win a trophy. So okay, I think. It's
and they thought, Rob, they thought they were going to get Europa League.
Yeah.
Not Conference League. So they thought they were going to get Europa League, and probably Mark Gay's like, Europa League, FA Cup, I may stay. Yeah.
Had it taken from under them.
Exactly.
Because
they're not happy with Nottingham Forest. That's something we need to watch, those two games.
Yeah, and
I think Gahey, honestly, I think Gahey wins regardless.
Yeah.
He stays, he plays, he leaves in January, or he stays, he plays through January, and he walks on a free. He wins. Yep. He wins regardless.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I know why he's a little upset, because he was professional about it, and he was very honest with them.
He filmed the goodbye video.
He filmed the goodbye video.
You could see it. It got leaked.
Yeah. He probably's like,
skip.
I did everything right, per se.
Yeah.
While my future teammate at Liverpool threw a hissy fit and got what he wanted.
Embarrassed himself. I think both teams, but
because you clearly see
selfishness won in the day.
You clearly see Liverpool basically tell him, force your way out.
Yeah.
We're not going to bid any more money. You force your way out. You clearly see that. And probably Newcastle's like, all right, Liverpool, we have a new image of you. We think you're scum.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's a new image.
Okay, so good point.
More
scum. And you know what? Outside of Arsenal, I'm a big Arsenal guy. I've always been a big fan of the Geordies. You know what I mean? I've always been a big fan of Newcastle. With Alan Shearer, I've always been a big fan. That's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a big fan of the Geordies, St. James's Park, the atmosphere and the aura they do thing. He is lucky that they already played the game at St. James's Park. He is lucky because they would have rained down hell on that kid.
They're not going to forget.
Oh no, he's done.
Yeah,
he's done.
They're not forgetting
Like
that.
done. If they match up in a Carabao Cup,
That's what I'm thinking is FA
I
Cup.
want that to happen. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rob. I want that to happen
That
because
would be
I
cool.
want chaos.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Because they have already replaced him with the 9 from Stuttgart, 6'6". Funny enough, how he's 6'6", Johannes is 5'8". So it's like twins, like the movie Twins. So we'll see how it works. So shout out to them. They're both different type of 9s. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Spurs lost, so that should make everybody else so happy.
Absolutely. They're such a they're such a
What happened to the
disgrace.
Spurs from the first two matches?
That's what
What
I'm
happened to the
saying.
Spurs that
Who they beat in game 1? I forgot.
Oh shit! Game 1, it was why can't I?
Because I know they beat City last week.
They beat Burnley. Sorry, they beat
Okay,
Burnley.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And they
City
always
last
beat.
week was good. It was a big match, and they played.
Well, they
well.
always beat City. Like they always beat City.
Yeah.
Sometimes
But
they,
nothing. They had nothing. They had nothing. They had the one shot coming from the wing that didn't even count as a shot because it was going to go through. It was just stopped by the keeper. They didn't have their first shot on target till the 69th minute.
Literally gave up a goal.
At the end, they went a little harder.
They gave up a goal in the 4th minute, and then they did nothing.
There was nothing else after that. They should have scored 3 or 4 more. That's on them for not blowing Spurs out of this. Vicario was good.
He was good. And personally, man, also too, like, they brought in Xavi Simon, so we didn't see him. So we'll see him probably in 2 weeks.
60 million euros.
My biggest issue with that is, like, why don't you make it all about him? You made it all about the guy you didn't get.
Yep.
So that's how I know this club is just a pigsty, man. It's just a club full of losers. You know what I mean?
They don't know how to be winners. They don't know how.
They rooted for a loss in a Premier League game. They were okay with losing.
Yeah.
That's what you need to know about Tottenham, the Tottenham Hotspurs. That's what you need to know about. Yeah, they can have their Europa League trophy, even though Europa League it was different last year, when literally, the teams from the Champions League weren't allowed to drop down. So it was a completely different, like, Champions League or Europa League, where you're facing teams from the Arctic Circle in the semifinals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No offense to Bodo Glimt. They're in Champions League this year. Shout out to them.
Sure.
But yeah, get out of my face with your Europa League trophy. Like, Europa League is for small clubs now. It's generally now for small clubs, which I like. This is for clubs that we know who the big clubs are. This is for the secondary clubs, and that's wonderful for them. That's it's just proof that they're a small club, always and forever.
Oh boy, winning trophies is fun though.
Yeah, no, it is. Even when you're beating teams from Kazakhstan.
Sure, it's fun. They have a good time. They'll get to come over to a big stadium and drink.
Real Madrid is going to go to Kazakhstan this year in Champions League.
Good for them.
It's gonna be hilarious.
I think Chelsea had to go there last year too. Or was that Azerbaijan? Or was it Azerbaijan?
No, you guys went to Kazakhstan as well. You guys actually faced the rival of the team that made Champions League this year from Kazakhstan.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who you faced.
Wolves tried to hang in there with Everton. Everton are scoring goals. They don't look like a David Moyes like club here.
I'm like, what is this team, dog?
Yeah.
Is this David Moyes? Is this Moisey?
Grealish is even getting Beto to score, which is good. That was a good pass for him to Beto.
Someone said, Rob, that this is where Jack Grealish is. This is Jack Grealish, where he should be a mid-table team legend, like at Aston Villa or Everton. This is him, where they give him the ball and they let him create. He just didn't fit Manchester City's system. Just didn't fit.
I'm trying to remember where he was at first. Was it West Ham he was at first?
No, he's an Aston Villa kid, man.
Oh, was it Villa?
They bought him from Villa. I think he was a part of Villa's academy. He's from Birmingham. Yeah, he's from Aston Villa.
That would make sense that he's there.
Yeah, he'd been at Aston Villa from 2002 to 2021. So he was at Aston Villa for 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, 29 goals, 185 appearances in the Premier League and in the Championship.
Still can't believe the money that they got for him. Anyways, he was makes a good pass to
Yes, he was a dealer. I think he was Villa's captain.
Manetzi has a nice pass to Wang Hee-chan, a name we haven't had to say or had a chance to say very much, with Jurgen Strand Larsen basically taking his spot on the pitch and stuff like that. But with Jurgen Strand Larsen sitting out just in case there was a move, because there were some teams circling him, which it didn't come to pass. But Chan gets a chance, he scores. Good for him.
Or what Pep Guardiola likes to say, the Korean one.
That Korean guy.
Korean.
And then we got Kieran Dewsbury Hall, a great pass to Endai for the second goal, and then a hell of a strike to get his first of the season.
Yep.
From a Grealish pass again, 3-1. Wolves are going to get one late for a 3-2. Everton's been a lot better in the last couple of games than in the first, that's for sure. They look like a more confident squad now. They brought in Tyler Dibling from Southampton for 42 million. He's young, I get it, but we saw him last year. He's all right, whatever. He started for the Saints, who are maybe the worst club we've ever seen. Certainly the worst club we've seen since we started doing this show.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, but for Wolves, the biggest thing, of course, we just said it before, is that Jurgen Strand Larsen's going to stick around at least.
Yes, he is.
We'll see through this one.
They denied. I believe it was 65 million from Newcastle. I think.
Yeah. Wolves are in big trouble.
They're getting relegated.
Yeah, it's too bad. Leeds and Newcastle, there was no score.
Literally nothing happened.
Yeah. Dom Calvert-Lewin made his debut for
Shout out to him.
Leeds after however
Pep Guardiola, a Carlo Ancelotti disciple.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing ever, Rob, is when Carlo Ancelotti was the manager of Everton. Like, how did you just stumble? Or did you take a wrong left here? Why are you here, Carlo? But you know Madrid's that way, right? Like, it's that way.
He got fired in a hallway.
That's crazy, dog.
I'm not going
to get fired at Everton, Rob.
By which team?
Chelsea.
Yes. How dare you? But it's true. Now, Leeds had a deal with Harry Wilson from Fulham fall through. That's when Tyreek George would have gotten sold from Chelsea over to there. Then the morning after they sold, they were singing you're going to get sold in the morning to the Fulham fans over at the bridge. It came true almost to them, which is
evil Bukayo Saka is what they call Tyreek George.
yeah.
It
is uncanny. It's uncanny.
And you know what's funny too is like the fans call him that and his teammates call him that. They're all calling him that. Yeah. So it's because Bukayo is always smiling, and then I've never seen Tyreek George smile a single day in his life. Probably because people keep calling him evil Bukayo Saka, so he's probably pissed off all the time.
I wonder if he smiled if he could go into the Arsenal club room and stuff like that and get like do.
You think he could sneak in? It's like, hey Bukayo, how you doing?
Exactly. Just smile.
So wait, you're not Bukayo. Yep. You don't have an aura of positivity. You're evil.
Sounds, I was foiled again
by those pesky meddling children, Max Dowman,
just like
and Ethan Wanyeri.
Unbelievable. All right, couple more matches. Brighton, this is them beating City again. Well, City dropping two in a row at the beginning of the year. This is fantastic stuff.
Rob, I'm gonna be honest with you, Rob. All right, I remember being on this episode with you, and I said this model doesn't work in extremely competitive leagues. It will catch up to you, right? It works in the Eredivisie with Ajax and Feyenoord and PSV because that league isn't that strong. Sure. And they're actually the big dogs. But I am so impressed by them. They lose players every year. They sell players for over 100. Chelsea buys their entire team every year, basically.
We bankroll.
You bankrolled, literally, Brighton is bankrolled by London City Blues. Like, it's insane, and they're still here. They don't get relegated. It's not even that they don't get relegated, Rob. They're never in relegation battles. They're always around 6 to 10. They never fall below that.
It was a bit of a step back last year, but they look a little stronger.
But it was year one of Fabian Hertzler. It was year one of Fabian Hertzler, so there's that.
Yeah.
But they were eighth. They went from 6 to 8. So
just missing out on Europe.
Just missing out on Europe. But because I believe it was really close from 5 to 8. It was like, I think it was like 2-3 points. It was pretty close.
There was a scenario if certain things happened where,
like, if Chelsea didn't win their last game of the week, they would have went from 4th to 7th.
If we didn't get the Champions League spot, I think we dropped back. We would have played in the Europa League, because we won the Conference League. The math still hurts. It
still hurts. Yeah. So Brighton, man.
Yeah.
Kudos, man. Hats off.
And it's 2 subs. They make the subs. He makes the changes at the hour mark, and they both make a big difference. Also, Matheus Nunes, the guy Guardiola called one of the best footballers in the world.
But then, Rob, he said
the handball.
He may have spoken too soon.
Yeah, maybe he spoke too soon. Okay. They put James Milner on the spot. James Milner becomes 2 things when he scores this penalty. First, he becomes the second oldest player to ever score a goal in the Premier League.
Yes.
This is to go along with his also being the second youngest player to ever score in the Premier League. And he now has the longest time in between having goals in the Premier League. And it's over just under 23 years apart.
James Milner has scored against goalies born in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, and so there's that.
He's okay. He's had a fine career.
He's doing good, that Milner guy.
He's doing fine. It's Brojan.
He wants Gareth Barry's record. I think that's why he's still around.
It's Brojan Gruda with the winner in the 89th, with Matoma's finding him in space. What was going on with City's back line? They were friggin' awful. What were they all trying to press for a winner when it's tied on the road? I don't know what they were thinking.
Kuzanov came in kamikaze on one of the Brighton players, and he got a yellow. Kuzanov still doesn't know what the hell's going on. I think Kuzanov he's not processing fast enough.
They got rid of Manuel against Chelsea, and then it's all kind of.
He's just been downhill at that. They got rid of Manuel Akanji. He's
loaned out to
Syria.
Milan. Yeah.
Is it Milan?
No, Inter. It's Inter.
The other
Milan.
No, Rob, we got to be careful, Rob. Yes. Milan is Milan, and Inter is Inter Milan. Because we don't want the Italians to come after us.
Oh no, the Italians.
Oh, you don't want the Italians.
I know some fine gentlemen. They're good people.
I also know some good Italians, but I've also known some of the soccer Italians. Don't mess with them. No. We love you guys. So there's no veteran leadership. Ruben Diaz is too busy doing interviews about his new girlfriend and how Arsenal was great. So he has no idea what the hell's going on up here. Where's Joshko Gvardiol? Where is he? I don't know where he is.
He scored a goal for them last year.
Yeah, last year. Okay, good for him. Last year. They have a
70 million pound signing. Wasn't that what he was?
No, it was like 90, Rob. Yeah. He was the highest defender in Premier League history.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. Matheus Nunes, has never played defense ever in his life, is playing fullback. Yeah. What is going on here? By the way, they also bought Gianluigi Donnarumma.
Yeah, so Donnarumma. We're gonna get to. They lose Ederson over to Turkey. They get Donnarumma in, and boy, is Chelsea excited because they tore him to shreds at that finals. So yes, I'm happy that Donnarumma's in.
No, because I think
I'm glad to see Ederson, the backside of Ederson. He's like, get out of here, back to Turkey for you, or off to Turkey for you. Ilkay Gundogan, he's going to Turkey. He's off to Turkey again. A lot less fanfare this time than when he went to Spain. But he gets to go away as well. City look average. They look like
they are, and I don't think Gianluigi Donnarumma was going to do anything because he had the great Champions League run.
Yeah,
but
it's a good team. He had a good team around him.
I don't know exactly, Rob. But here's the thing, too, Rob. People say, because shout out to Aaron West, because I agree with what he said. Shout out to him. He's not good with his feet. So Pep Can't do that with him.
Yeah.
And his shot stopping isn't as good as people think it is. He's actually, I believe it was like a 70. Damn, what's the stat Aaron said last night? I don't remember, but it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good at all.
Yeah.
So even his shot stopping isn't making up for his bad feet. Because I believe in league last year at Ligue 1, he had 4 clean sheets, Rob.
Right.
4.
Yeah.
While in Champions League, he had 6. And people talk about what was the difference between Arsenal and PSG during those 2 matchups. I'll tell you, people are like, oh, it's Gianluigi. He's like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't Gianluigi. We had a midfielder playing the 9. When we had a 9, we beat them 2-0 and controlled the game from start to finish.
Yeah.
He can't play the air. Literally, Kai Havertz jumped over him and scored a goal because he mistimed his jump and he misplayed the ball.
He's 6'5". He's 26 years old. He's 6'5". Like, where's the excuses for this guy?
No.
I think he will be exposed quite soon.
Oh, it's gonna be bad because he's been a starting goalkeeper since he was 16. 26 and goalkeeper is still pretty young
for Paris, which is what's the competition? The competition?
That's why they got rid of him and got Lucas Chevalier because Chevalier gives you everything he gives you, plus he has better feet.
Probably cheaper too.
He was. Yep. Well, actually, he wasn't cheaper than Gianluigi because Gianluigi left on a free to PSG. That's why people in Milan don't like him. They call him Donnarumma.
Yes, well, it also fits.
Yeah,
it's a good name.
They were saying he should go back to Milan. I was like, that's not happening. They have long memories in Italy. What are you talking about?
Jeez. All right. Not much of a window for Brighton. Again, just the loan move to send Buonanotte over to Chelsea. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. So 1 match left. Forest, with an absolute debacle in front of the home fans at the City Ground, somehow lose to an awful West Ham side and give them all up late. And was it 84th minute winner for Bauer, and then that penalty, but for Paqueta, where he after he scores it, he waves out the phone or whatever. He's like he was pretending to talk to Fabrizio Romano and throws the phone away. Kisses the badge. He stays at West Ham. Like he wanted to stay for whatever reason. He can get away basically with murder. At least he can get away with the spot fixing allegations.
You know it
over at West Ham. And who else scored for them? Who's
Jared Bowen and Callum Wilson.
Callum Wilson with the nice header off the ground with a lot of pace.
Jared Bowen about to kill Callum Wilson at the end of the game.
So he goes through everybody. I don't know what Callum Wilson
get out of the way.
He didn't do anything wrong. He was going down his lane. Why didn't?
But here's the thing, Rob. He was going down his lane, and then he
didn't move into him. Bowen goes into him when he makes a move.
No, he doesn't, Rob. Wilson is flowing. He flows with Bowen. It's like you see Bowen is flowing to the right. Get out of his way.
I don't know.
And then Bowen has the ball, and Wilson takes a kick at it.
Oh no, I didn't see Wilson kick at it.
Rob, Rob. Bowen has the ball. Wilson.
So you're saying Wilson kicked it and not Bowen?
No, they both kick it.
Okay.
They both kick it.
Yeah.
But Bowen had the ball.
I think, yeah.
So Wilson goes into his zone and tries to kick it. You clearly see that Wilson knew he messed up because he went right away and apologized right away.
He was laughing. Bowen
he was laughing, but Jared wasn't.
Yeah, well, Jared can get over it. This might be the only win they got. Might as well celebrate the win, Jared, instead of getting say you didn't add a fourth.
Go hang out with Danny Dyer.
Yeah, that's true. You can go do that.
His father-in-law, by the way.
The Hammers had 8 shots on target in this match. Forest only managed 3 at home.
Yeah, and Nuno's gone.
Yeah, he can't. I don't see it.
Not because.
And you got a week. He's got a week to decide his fate too, because they don't play for a week.
Oh yeah, and not because he's a bad manager, because you clearly saw that he was a good manager last year.
Yeah,
clearly saw it.
Yeah,
and he's not a bad manager. He also was pretty good at Wolves. He kept them in the Premier League for many years. Him and Edu are not getting along. And you know what? You can clearly see where the problem was at Arsenal. Yeah. It wasn't Mikel. It was definitely the sporting director.
We forgot one more match. Or
Oh,
I did.
oh.
Villa also losing 3-0, this time to Palace. We talked about it for the most part, though. We talked about Gahey with that wonder goal, which should have been his swan song goal
What a
for
goal!
the club. He'll have a chance to get a couple more, at least until
Did
January.
you see that Jean-Philippe Mateta? Well, one, he looks exactly like I never expected him to, because he did not look at all like I remember. But
Okay.
apparently, yeah, because I think last time I ever watched him, he had like a mustache.
I was
But
gonna
in
say,
this game,
did
he
he have
had like
hair or something?
no, he had a mustache and he had like that thing on his head. Remember that thing on his head?
Oh, sure.
Because after he got kicked in the head, he had that thing, and he looked like I was like, "Who is that?" He's like, "Oh, that's Jean-Philippe Mateta." I was like, "That is not how Jean-Philippe looks like." He got a yellow card for kicking the corner flag after scoring a goal.
Yeah,
The game
that
is
was
gone, man.
ridiculous.
That was nonsense.
That was what
That
Cole
was
Palmer
nonsense.
did too. Just game gone, game
The
gone. What
game
are
is
you?
gone, man. What
What's
is up with
happening?
that? Come on,
What is happening?
let Crystal Palace have fun.
Yeah, Villa bring in Jadon Sancho here. It can't hurt. Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to
Won't
help.
help.
I don't know how much it's going to help, but it can't hurt. They also get Harvey Elliott in from Liverpool for 35
So
million.
apparently, Rob, the Harvey Elliott deal,
Yep.
apparently, that was a precursor to Liverpool buying Morgan Rogers next summer.
Where are they going to play these guys?
Apparently, because they bought Harvey Elliott.
At least Chelsea has a
Rob,
hierarchy. We know
Rob,
what's going on.
do you see the arrogance that some of these pool fans think? There's like, we gave you Harvey Elliott for 35 million. Now it's your time to give us Morgan Rogers. What if Morgan Rogers doesn't want to go to Liverpool?
That's it.
By the way, last year, Arsenal talked to Morgan Rogers a little bit. They couldn't buy him, but let's just say there was mutual interest.
You also talked to Ollie Watkins a little bit too.
Yeah, we tried to buy Ollie Watkins. We gave them, I think it was like 50 million in January.
Between the two of them and everybody else on their team, they are yet to score a goal this year.
Yeah.
3 matches.
Yeah.
3-0 scores. At least the first one was a 0-all draw.
Everyone, Unai Emery. There you have it. There you have it.
There you have it. Okay, and there you have it. Nice segue. For the week, for match week 3, we got match week 4 coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to be off this coming week because, the international break, which is so important to have right away in September, just as soon as the damn season gets going. It makes no sense.
Can't wait to watch the U.S. men's national team be a goddamn disappointment once again.
We'll see what happens with Canada too. It's gonna be strange. It'll be a strange.
Hey, Rob.
Both teams already guaranteed World Cup spots, so these are just.
Well, Rob, did you didn't hear about the Canadian news today?
What did we do?
Kyle Larin at Feyenoord.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Kyle Larin at Feyenoord. Yes.
They got some players playing in the top leagues.
And Ishmael Kone left Marseille finally.
Premier League, except for the Premier League, they got players in the top leagues here.
They got nobody in the Premier League. Well, me and you don't have anybody.
No.
Well, actually, no, we have a couple. One of the best center backs in the Premier League is actually an American.
Well, for the Americans, sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Richards, man. Chris Richards is probably going to be our best. Is probably the best American soccer player in the planet right now. Men's, not women's.
Better than Pulisic?
I think he is, because
he's figuring it out.
He's figuring it out, and I think Chris Richards, he's the first name in that back line with Margate, and he's the middle center back. Rob, he's the middle one,
sure, not
on the left or the right. He's the middle one, so he's the anchor in the back. And another clean sheet for Crystal Palace. Shout out to Chris Richards.
There you go. All right, let's get into these predictions. First off, this is going to be tough for you, but Arsenal is going to be at home against a tough opponent, supposedly, until this past week, Forest.
I'm gonna go Arsenal. We're gonna beat Nottingham Forest.
I think everyone should pick Arsenal at home in that match, especially after what we just saw. Adelia's picking them as well. Next match, Bournemouth and Brighton.
What did I say? I picked Bournemouth.
It's going Bournemouth, and so is Adelia. I'm going to take Brighton. Let's all remember, everybody. I did not well. I only got 3 right, I believe, this past week. I believe that's what you may have gotten as well. It was only 3 right.
Very upset.
Yeah, Adelia did good? Did she? And she may have won this week, or I
I
know that
believe.
Ryan also did well. Ryan is
Yeah,
moving up in those things too. I don't like it, but yeah, I'm the guy who has to do this every week, and I suck at predicting. I can tell you
yeah.
that.
Ryan got 5 last week.
Ridiculous, ridiculous.
What did I said a draw between Chelsea and Fulham.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Should have. I said draw between Burnley and United.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, you were seconds from that happening.
I chose Newcastle.
Yeah.
I chose Man City. I chose
Yeah.
Nottingham. I chose Nottingham Forest. I chose
Yep.
Arsenal, and I chose a draw between Crystal Palace and Aston Villa because they didn't look very good week 2. Crystal Palace, but Aston Villa didn't look good either. So I thought they were gonna just like fight each other
Yeah.
to a draw. But
Palace got it together. That's
yeah,
for sure.
Palace got it together. Yeah.
No. Everton is going to take on Villa at Hugh Dickinson Arena. Isn't that what it's called? Stadium?
I think it's Hill Dickinson
Oh,
Stadium.
Hill Dickinson. Yeah. I almost said Dick Hewinson. Hill Dickinson Stadium. I got Everton.
I got Everton.
And that's what Adelia's got too. Crystal Palace. We go to Selhurst Park. Mark Gahey gonna be there, guys.
Yes, he will be.
Taking on Sunderland. This might actually be a very interesting match.
I want Sunderland to win to stay up.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a draw.
It's a lot of weeks. There's a lot of weeks. You're gonna take a draw. I'm gonna take Palace at home. Adelia takes Palace. Now
I may this is what I'm thinking at the moment. I may change it, but I don't know.
Craven's Cottage. We got Fulham and Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
Adelia's got Fulham. I'm gonna take a draw in this one.
That's what I did.
And you're going to take a draw. There you go. Well, that settles that. To your second favorite spot, I hear, St. James Park. It's Castle, and it's the poor old Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Newcastle's gonna win.
Newcastle should win.
This will be I think this will be the first game with Voldmeider and Johan Wissa.
Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. It's well, they got a couple weeks to get things together, but unless Wolverhampton
They get called in for international duty.
Yeah, unless he's going to be playing. Yeah.
What is Johan Wissa's international?
Is he for?
He's Congolese.
There you go.
So I think we're good. Yep. Johan Wissa.
Newcastle, I'm going to pick them too. Over at London Stadium, we got a derby, folks, for what it's worth. Hammers and Spurs.
I think Spurs win.
I think Spurs win. I think, watch it be a draw. God,
it's a draw, man. If it's a draw, I'll lose my mind.
I'm going to say draw. Adelia's saying Spurs as well for what it's worth. I bet you your hands hurt after you having to press that button.
Yeah, I was disgusted.
Another London derby. We got Brentford and Chelsea over at G-Tech Community Stadium. Fares.
I'm going Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea's going to beat the shit out of them. Poor Burnley. At the Turf Moor, they get Liverpool.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've got used to be one of the more anticipated derbies you can get. Well, and I say used to be, and I say in the last 10 years. City and United.
I'm going draw.
At the Etihad, and that is what Adelia's done as well. I'm going to pick City. Because they're at home, and they're probably mad about the performance from this past week. And they're playing Manchester, who stink. So there you go. We've done it. We have covered week 3 of the English Premier League. By gosh, Fares. Thanks so much for stepping in here, helping out. We'll have Adelia back, I'm sure, for the next time if her duties on the channel allow. Fares, what are you up to this coming week on the Let's Get Ready networks?
Actually, in 20 minutes, I'll be co-hosting a Steel Conspiracy with Suge Knight 323 on our channel today. Sure. And then me and Rob will be doing our Rewatchers Council's Buffy rewatch on Thursday at 3. And then Angel rewatch on Fridays at 3 Pacific. Both are Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern for both of those. And then Thursday at 4 after the Rewatchers Council, me and Caleb will be doing our preview show of opening night into the NFL. Dallas, Philly, opening night on NBC.
Sure.
And then Friday at 5, we will be doing our recap. Then on the same day, Thursday, we'll be doing a post show of the game as well. And then on Friday, we'll be doing our preview of the Giants. They open the season on Sunday against the Washington Commanders at 10 a.m.
There you go. The two Rewatchers Council episodes this week. The Yoko Factor for Buffy. Warzone. Maybe the, I don't want to spoil it for you first, but maybe the best episode of Angel yet. Coming up on Angel on Friday. No LGRN after Snark. We'll have an episode coming soon. Summertime, and pretty busy, especially on the weekends, it seems lately for me. So we'll be able to get in there hopefully pretty soon. We got playoff beers going to be coming up pretty soon. I got to see Winnipeg Jets players, just in town skating, having some informal practices. Seeing Jonathan Taves in a Jets jersey for the first time was a little odd for me, but makes you excited for hockey as well. So that'll be coming soon. That's Ryan Christensen, and then of course next week we're off, but we'll be back for Matchweek 4 of Starting 11. Thanks everybody for watching, listening, commenting, subscribing, going to our Patreon or Ko-Fi channels, do all that stuff. Look at Fares. Look at that face. He wants more friends, and this is how you get it.
Exactly.
Joining us here on the Let's Get Ready Networks, guys. Thanks so much, and we will see you next time.